Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the debacle of a game between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Live with Aaron and John. Yo, what's up, John?
What's up?
What's up, Art?
What's up?
Welcome to Harry Hog Football, episode number 435?
36? 35?
I think it's 36.
I think it's 36.
I forgot to change the graphic. Let me do that right now as we talk. Anyway, welcome to the episode in which, it was a, dare I say it, John? Debacle.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it wasn't like a classic last 20 years debacle where just like, oh my God, this team so absolutely sucks. But,
yeah, it was.
I don't think so. I think we just had a better team play us and beat us twice this year.
Yeah. Especially this time. I wasn't convinced after the first time. I thought we were still in preseason mode.
And we were.
And I'm only 90% convinced this time because we have a ton of injuries.
We got two of the offensive linemen who are gimpy. That jackass from the Eagles, what's his name?
Ertz, the one that kills us all the time?
No, the guy that 96 of the Eagles ran into a Scherf in the back.
Dude, that was such a dirty play.
It was such an Eagles dirty play. That was so weak.
He didn't even get called for it. Here's what I have to say about 96.
Dude, the referees.
He should get fined.
He should get fined. He probably will. Won't matter.
This is what I have to say to that number 96.
You are a loser, sir.
No lie. I guess we shouldn't keep going until we thank our benevolent sponsor. Long time, Desmond Seeley. You can follow him on Twitter, Desmond Seeley 2, because Desmond Seeley 1 was
taken or maybe hacked like your Skype account.
Yeah, except it wasn't. You can also follow us on Twitter at Harry Hog, HARRY.
Hogfootball. .com.
.net. And check us out, harryhogfootball.com. All that good stuff. And if anyone's seen like Josh and knows where he is, tell him to call in.
Call in, or at least join the chat room.
Yeah.
He's MIA. Has he been on one podcast since the actual season started?
No. He is not.
He owns like 3 companies now, but anyway.
Yeah. He's very busy with what he's doing.
I think he watched the game, though, because he was texting me during it.
Ah.
Or he was at least watching the updates somewhere.
He's probably listening to it.
He might have been driving around Chapel Hill.
My balls are driving.
Anyway, I wanted to point out to you guys, dare I say what I'm wearing right now? Have I already moved on from the Eagles game?
Yeah, more or less. We know the referees sucked in both games. Terrible calls. Your shirt says keep calm and beat Dallas.
That's what we got to do, y'all. Forget about the Eagles. We got we got bigger fish to fry this week.
Yep.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas freaking trampled the 49ers. I didn't see that coming because the 49ers, they're pretty tough. They've been in all those games.
Yeah. Well, I figured they probably like really blew their load against us, and then when they got to the Cowboys the next week, they were just like blood, like they were done from the week before. So that didn't really surprise me much.
I'm sure you heard about Zeke. He's able to play against the Redskins, and you know what I say about that? Bring it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bring it. Bring it.
If he's going to play, then we'll either beat him or we won't.
Yeah. Last night's game, I was so mad. I was
Yeah, you were.
mad that I started tweeting the most illogical tweets.
Like,
I forget who the dude was, but I was like, why is Trent Williams out? There's like 8 minutes left. Some guy was like, dude, we're down by 17, and he needs knee surgery. And he's like, and you want him to play? Wow. And I was like, well, yes, I do want him to play. It may be illogical, but then again, so is playing football while you need knee surgery.
yeah. I mean, I said the same thing. I was like, he's been hurt since preseason. And maybe they decided to rest him. I mean, you could tell for the last few minutes of the game that Barf was just kind of throwing in the towel, I guess.
He quit.
Yeah, he quit.
He wastes so much time in every single game. The end of the half, there was like 20-some seconds left. And before I could even like tap out a text to you that said, dude, he better not waste his time, I see him trotting off the field.
And what did I answer you with that text?
I don't remember. I was too mad. What was
I
it?
believe it was something about how we played the Cowboys a few years ago, and they had a few seconds left at the end of the first half when they got the ball, and instead of kneeling it down like the smart team would do, they tried to go downfield and get a score when they didn't have time, and instead they threw us a pick six. I think it was to D'Angelo Hall.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I do remember. That can happen, but you know what else can happen? You can put up a deep ball, catch it against pass interference, and then kick a field goal.
As long as you're not throwing it to Terrell, hands of Stone Pryor.
Oh, my. He dropped another one.
Yeah, and he caught one on the very next play, which is good. So
Yeah,
that
right
was
when I was tweeting cut. He
yeah.
he caught one. But still, dude, he's 50-50 at best. He might be 25-75.
Well, last year he had a pretty decent season as a receiver with the Browns. Who was throwing him stuff in that? Like RG3 threw him for stuff for like 5 quarters over 2 games or something like that. I don't even know who the other quarterbacks there, but I don't think any of them could zing the ball to him like Kirk Cousins. And it's almost like Kirk Cousins is the next step of quarterback. He's not like tip top in general, but he's better than any of those people that were down there or up there in Cleveland. So he's like, whoa, it's too hard. The ball's too hard. He's throwing it too fast.
He said,
I mean, what else? What else is going on with him?
I catch 300 balls from the jugs machine every day.
Jugs machine.
I don't want to. That just sounds dirty.
Who calls that
Catch
thing
300
the
jugs
machine?
balls. They do all the time. You
Who came up with it? Is it on there like Jugs?
Jugs is the company that makes it.
Oh, Jugg.
Because they also make pitching machines for softball, because that's what they have at the my daughter's softball league. And I'm like, oh, that's where the word jugs machine comes from. They must make a football version. Where they have like those
that's
white
so
tires
bad.
that spin around, right? Like the white tires spin around and you like feed the ball in and it goes whoosh, and shoots it out the other side.
Dude, the guys that I wonder if the people that invented those machines are the first one that started that company, if their last name is like Allen or something like that instead of Jugs. They're like, we'll call it Jugs, so it'll be awesome.
Well, dude, have you ever heard anyone called Jugs? Hey, guess who's in the chat? It's B&G Buns. I think that's AKA Rabbit Rads. They are always throwing us for loops. What's up, dude? Yeah, the Jugs machine. Anyway, apparently Terrell Pryor is very good at catching balls off of the Jugs machine, but there must be something different about how balls come out of Kirk Cousins' hand as they do to the Jugs machine, because he can't catch Kirk Cousins' balls to save his life.
And Jamison Crowder.
Dude,
You need to catch the ball too. Like basically our receiving core was like all kind of looking kind of crappy again, except for the very end of the game when it was basically garbage time, and suddenly he's finding Jordan Reed down the middle over and over and over again. But by then it was too late because Barf
gave up.
Barf gave up.
Is there anyone else that we can have to return kicks? Because Jamison Crowder has now fumbled at least 2.
I think it's 3. I thought it was 2, but I think it's 3.
We gotta have some other dude.
D'Angelo Hall.
And can we please see Mac Brown? He can't do any worse than our running backs. We can't even run a 3rd and 1. Why can't we run a freaking quarterback sneak ever? Every single other team does it against us, and it works 99% of the time. Whoa, yo, what's up, Scott Buckland from the UK? Welcome to the chat. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, because we need to get 100.
Boy, that's right. If anyone is checking this out on YouTube, hit your subscribe button. We're getting up to, what are we at, 76?
Trombones, dude.
Trombones, 76 subscribers.
Also, to you guys in the chat room that just tuned in, I got to show you this again. Especially you from England.
Don't lift your shirt, dude. Oh, sorry. Keep calm and beat down ass. I just got a hog shirt on.
Yeah.
I do have my beat down ass shirt, though.
Yeah.
I sent you one of those, didn't I?
What? Hog shirt?
Beat down ass shirt?
Yeah, dude, I wear it. Like the yellow one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wear that. I'll wear that some other time this week. Where's Josh? VNG Bun. Where's Josh?
Oh, man.
Oh, there he is. Josh, you haven't
said
been
that,
on
dude?
You haven't even been on an episode since we began the season. What are you up to?
Who said that, dude? Oh, man.
I know what Brian Mitchell said yesterday. Did you hear what he said?
No.
Play some damn football. You sucked on the field today.
Yep.
Yeah.
I called it.
You know what I called yesterday? I called the Redskins were going to win, and they did not win. They didn't even click. Even when they were down by like 14, I was like, we got this thing. I was so mad. Dudes, I was so mad. And you know what made me even more mad at the end of that game?
Barth quitting?
No, I look over to my right on the way into the kitchen, and there was a big puddle of dog pee.
Oh, no.
At like 12:30 at night, and I was so angry as it was. I was like, and I was like cleaning up the dog pee, and then like I took the dogs out, and I was like, you freaking Eagles, go pee over there. And then I come inside, and my daughter had fallen asleep on the chair, and I picked her up and was carrying her up to her room, and I got to the second step of the stairs, and guess what?
She peed on you.
I stepped in another puddle of dog pee.
On the stairs?
On the second step, I almost slipped and fell. And then I was even angrier.
Do you know, I mean, your dogs are small, but I mean, do you know how like careful a dog's got to be like, I'm going to pee right on this single stair?
On the second step. Well, see, the one dog, Henry, the problem dog, since we came back from vacation, she got some kind of, what's it called? Bladder infection?
Yeah.
So she's been having some issues with that. I've been giving her pills, and I didn't give it to her yesterday, so maybe that had something to do with it. Anyway, yeah, I was so mad last night. I hate the Eagles so much. I was like going crazy, writing the dumbest tweets and texts I've ever done. Like every play to John, dude, he was totally being held. He was so out of bounds. They're like, what is that spot?
Yeah.
That one time dude was short by 2 yards, and they gave it like he fell, his knees hit, and then he fell forward, and like they gave it to him where he fell forward. Like,
yeah.
Grands if you stop throwing flags on us because they didn't throw anymore like the rest of the game.
I guess.
Don't even talk to me about the Wentz Houdini play that I kept saying there was holding on.
That right there was like the super total like Tony Romo, Donovan McNabb, like Randall Cunningham butt cheek play.
Yeah.
Butt cheek.
Jay Gruden, dude, I was pretty much done with him last night. His lack of clock management, as BNG Buns is saying, not running the ball. And then like 3rd and 1, and he runs a 0-yard pass play.
Your blood pressure's going up like 10 points a minute right now. It's just like...
You should have seen me, dude, you should have seen me last night. I was so angry.
I can imagine. Absolutely.
And then my feed that I have through you, thank you, by the way, the ESPN feed that I use your login for.
Yep.
Just kidding, ESPN.
Just kidding, you guys.
Dude, the ESPN's feed was literally freezing up on me every 5 seconds, and I have like 300 meg download speed.
That's
There's
crazy.
no reason for it. And it would pause for 5 seconds, and then I'd see half a play, and it would continue the play, and then it would like skip a play. But there's nothing I could do about it. It was like, I guess they have so many people tuning into that feed around the world that they can't handle it. I don't know.
That was it was bad.
B&G Buns asked an interesting question. Who can we get to call plays? Is there someone on our coaching staff that can take over? And I have the answer for that.
Ed Hockley.
No, but close.
Little Juice.
Juice Gruden.
Little Juice.
I think Juice Gruden would do a better job at calling plays. And you know he wouldn't be afraid to run.
No way, dude. He put him in the uniform. We might as well. He's like 5'6". Put him in the uniform and get him out there like that dude from the Eagles. That's out now, but who is that?
Deuce
that
Staley?
guy?
Deuce
Maybe just one of those really short guys.
Hi, I'm Deuce and I'm Juice. Together we're Deuce and Juice.
Together we are Juice and Deuce.
We're both some of Gruden's grinders.
We're both some of Gruden's grinders, yeah. Schnell.
Do you think Juice hooked up with his dad after the game and they went out and had a brew, or did they join like?
Man, I'd hope so.
Sonny Jurgensen for a. Oh wait, they weren't in the Redskins stadium. Sonny wasn't there. He's like, I'm not going to Philly anymore. I hate that place.
Yeah, no lie.
Oh my goodness, it was horrible. All right, do we want to actually talk about the game real quick?
Any more than we have? We got a bunch of guys that got hurt. Trent Williams' knee's been hurting since training camp.
That's what I'm most
Sharp
concerned
got
about.
run into in the back by some ass from the Eagles. Shock.
Yeah, he better be fine today.
Yeah.
Bad officiating everywhere you looked.
Everywhere.
Both sides,
It's
Eagles
bad.
and the Redskins, had bad calls. What can we say? The offense, again, this happens every single freaking game. We come out and play well in the first quarter, and it gradually goes downhill. Sometimes it's like a linear degradation of play, and sometimes it's like a big, giant drop-off.
Sometimes it's completely S in the bed immediately.
And is it the defense gets tired? Do they like blow their load in the first quarter?
Well, the team that you're playing is also adjusting to what you're doing and trying to stop what it is that you're doing, whatever your success is, whether it's running or passing or both, and what kind of plays you're doing and all that. So
obviously they adjusted to us and we did not adjust to them.
We did not adjust well. Yeah. We just weren't good enough.
Yeah.
Basically. My hats off. Well, no, never mind. I want to say that to the Eagles, but the Eagles are the best team in the NFC East right now.
Yeah. And
Hopefully
we're basically
we're
playing for wild card now, dude.
Yeah, you were right. You texted me that last night, and I was like, yep.
Like Brian Mitchell and those dudes before the game were talking about how this could be a watershed game for the Redskins. Like they could take the next step. And I'm like, yeah, it is a watershed game. We show that we are playing for wild card as usual.
Yeah.
Or at best. Unfortunately. Let's see. In the chat, they're talking about if Cousins' grandma passing away affected his game. I didn't think Cousins was that bad, though. What were his stats? Like the weeks prior to this, he was like overthrowing people by a mile and stuff.
I only remember one pass that he threw where he overthrew somebody pretty badly in this game. Just one. There might have been more, but I don't remember. But in this one, he was 30. Man, I just can't talk today. 30 of 40, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 4 sacks.
303 yards.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but rushing, I mean, Chris Thompson had 38 yards. Rob Kelly had 16. Kirk Cousins had 18.
Yeah.
And
VD had another big game.
VD is big time.
Dude, I thought this was funny. Someone tweeted that every time Vernon Davis catches a ball and starts running with it, it reminds them of And then they showed a screenshot from like the old Tecmo Bowl game where after you would catch a pass, you would always go up and down on the screen to get more yards. Remember?
Yeah.
That? You would like push up, and then he was about to tackle you, and you'd push down. And I was like, that's exactly what he does. He just
That is.
does like that. I was.
Did you see him
cracking
running around? And sometimes you're kind of like, he's almost not going forward anymore. You're like, I'm not even sure where if he knows exactly where he's going.
Yeah. Tecmo Bowl. Ready, set, hut. Remember that until you hiked the ball? That game was awesome. When they had like you had Gary Clark. That was the 91 Redskins that were on there. It was like Gary Clark and Art Monk were the receivers. And then Ernest Biner was the running back. Or was it Timmy Smith? Or was that earlier? Was Timmy Smith 91 or 88?
Timmy Smith didn't even really play until that Super Bowl, so.
I want to say it was Ernest Biner. Dude, I don't remember, but I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was telling a friend of mine this week, I was like, after I see a really crappy loss, I might be the only person I know that actually goes and puts on Super Bowl 22 and watches the second quarter to cheer myself up.
Yeah.
That's what I think everyone out there needs to do today. Go watch the second quarter of Super Bowl 22. Cheer yourself up. I think it's on YouTube.
I'm almost positive it is.
Because I know they put out like 3 games from every team on YouTube in their entirety. Everyone, please go watch the second quarter and cheer yourself up. Or be more depressed that we suck. But still, it makes me happy every time I see that quarter. B&G Buns, I think the team needs to address their strength and conditioning. This is the 4th body bag game in a row at this point. Really frustrating. Well, you know who that comes down to also? The same guy that we say should be calling plays. Little Juice
Gruden.
Juice Gruden, it's all on him. Maybe he should get the kicking the balls award this week.
Maybe at this point we've kind of figured out what the problem is. Maybe little Juice Gruden, maybe little Juice is taking over the team, like him and I don't know, Alan the Bruce.
Him and Deuce Staley. Juice and Deuce.
Him and Juice and Deuce and Alan the Bruce. Juice, Deuce, and Alan the Bruce.
Hey, that's the name of the podcast this week.
Juice, Deuce, and Alan the Bruce.
But I gotta say, dude, that Carson Wentz guy, he's pretty good. I gotta say that. I mean, his offensive line isn't that awesome. They were giving up sacks left and right, so he would have had even more sacks if he didn't have that escapability factor.
If he, as soon as we sacked him on that play right before he threw that touchdown, I turned to Roberta, who's not paying attention because she never does, because she doesn't like football, and I was just like, he's going to throw a touchdown now. Just watch. She's like, mm-hmm.
She's like, what's a touchdown?
And they threw the touchdown, and I was like, I just looked at her. She was like, what's going on? And I was like, he threw a touchdown.
Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, right after he's, and you know, she listens enough so she knows what's going on. She was like, oh yeah, right after he got sacked.
Yeah. But this whole
in the back of her head, she might have been like, what's a sack?
Dude, we need to play an entire game like we do the first quarter.
Yeah.
So maybe it is a conditioning thing. I don't know. These injuries are starting to pile up. If B&G Buns, is that the same as Rabbit Rads? If so, please give us the injury report in the chat room. In the meantime, I think we should go into our games and kicks. What do you say?
Yeah, and I don't know if the injury report's even out yet. It's being Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, but he may have it.
He's got an inside scoop. I think he knows Grant Paulson.
He has it!
Okay, here we go. And yo, what's up, Alamo City Music, Live Music? Welcome to the chat, as always. And we won't tell you who won. Don't worry. We'll just say that I was angry last evening. Very angry. Because the dogs peed on the floor. Okay. Here we go.
One of them.
And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award. The Game Ball Award is brought to you by... Ritapoo. Who are you giving your Game Ball Award to? And by...
my Game Ball goes to Vernon Davis.
For the Tecmo Bowl runs? Again?
Yeah, whoever said that was totally right. That's exactly what he does. Because I mean, he's all over the place. You're just I don't know. It's so weird watching him because it's almost like a couple times he'll even like almost stop and be like, "All right, now where can I run? You know, what direction can I run in now?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good. I mean, that was a good pick. In fact, I was thinking about picking him, but then I thought that I have to give the game ball to you. You ready for this?
Terrell Pryor Sr.
Nope. I'll give you a hint. It's a musical hint. Every rose has its thorn. It's got to go to Nick. Don't call me Axl Rose, because this dude came
up. You sang Poison, not Guns N' Roses. You didn't even sing the right song.
Dude, it was the right song. I wasn't singing it.
No, dude, you were like, every rose has its thorn.
Because I was saying Rose.
But you...
Not Guns N' Roses.
With Axl Rose. I see what you did there. All right.
I was using the actual word rose.
Just like every night has its dawn.
But if you really want me to sing some Guns N' Roses, I could try to do that. I'm not going to. All right, here I'm giving mine to Nick. Don't call me Axl Rose. Dude, this guy came off the street and had what? All touchbacks and made all of his kicks except for the onside kick, and I don't blame him for that.
Dude, he's been out of football for like 2.5 years.
He just showed up.
He just showed up. And
it was windy, too. It was windy.
That last kick he had was a little questionable, but he got it through.
It went through, unlike dudes last week.
Yep.
Just like every night. What Guns N' Roses song can I sing? Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls
I just heard that today.
Why don't you please take me home, Nick Rose? Oh man. Okay. Wait, is YouTube gonna cut us off for a copyright infringement on that? It's gonna be like copyright infringement. Guns N' Roses owns the rights to that song. Because I sing it so much like them. Baby. And they'll be like, and Poison. There's 2 copyright infringements on this podcast. Please remove them.
Sings a sad, sad song.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Okay. All right. All right. Let's give some guys. Scott's over there in England, probably getting ready to go to bedtime or late tea or something.
Is it 10:30 over there, or is it 9:30? I get that confused, but since George W. changed our daylight savings time here in the USA. So we have like 2 or 3 weeks in the fall and the spring where it goes from 5 hours to 4 hours for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
or something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's see the peanut gallery here. Let's see what their game balls are. Put them in there if you don't have them there yet, guys. I see Alamo City. Alamo City's game ball is going to Chris Thompson.
Yep. It's a good one.
He's 200 yards short of the NFL record for most receiving yards by a running back. Are you serious? Ever? Scott Buckland says it's 10:30, also known as 22:30 for you.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
For the military guys. Scott, are you military?
No, that's just what they do. They do the whole 24-hour clock, as opposed to us being like AM or PM.
Well, it kind of goes without saying for most people. You just know if it's morning or night.
That's true.
I don't really get it confused. Like maybe people in Iceland or something might get confused, where it's like light all day.
Light or dark.
Light or dark.
I don't know. Their airport's run by 2 people with a computer in a garage. So
in Iceland?
Might as well be. You want to talk about a clusterbuckle airport.
It's not nearly as bad as the Shishat Shit airport in Labrador.
That's true. That's true.
That doesn't even have anyone running the airport. You just show up and land.
You just show up in your floater plane
and be like, She shut shit traffic. This is Cessna 3784. Entering the pattern. She shut shit. She shut shit tower. Cessna 3482 requesting permission to land. Anyway.
Go for tower. She shut shit shower tower. Go for tower. She shut frick.
She shat shit shower tower. What is that?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Talk about someone needing some Ridapoo.
For you guys that didn't hear episode number 174, that's when we discussed She Shat Shit Labrador, which is a real place.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway,
from there, called Labrador.
Yeah. Okay, so all right, so Josh's game ball award went to Jamison Crowder for fumbling yet another punt.
Yeah.
So here we go. It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award. This week's Kicking the Balls Award is brought to you by She Shat Shit Shower Tower, the best accessory for your showers.
And by Ridapoo.
Because why not? In She Shat Shit, they rely on Ridapoo to rid the poo from the shower tower.
Yeah, apparently.
Anyway, all right, can I go first on this?
Go for it.
Because I've been waiting for this for going on like 16 hours.
Go for it,
I don't
dude.
even know how long. My kicking the ball, I got two of them, but I'm going to go with one, and then if you don't give the other one, I'll come back to it. My kicking the balls award is going to DJ Swearinger.
Oh, man.
Dude may be good at running up and tackling people and like getting hyped up, hitting people up in the box. But if he has to cover anyone, he got burnt for not one,
but
two touchdowns in this game.
Oh my word.
How?
That's awful.
Yellow cake.
He does deserve a yellow cake. That was awful, giving up those two touchdowns. I mean, what are you supposed to... Come on, man.
I don't even really have anything else to say about that, except everyone in the league after last night knows that if they see DJ Swearinger back as like a free safety,
yeah,
then guess what?
Someone's
throw it
try
on
to
him.
pick on him.
And here, and on another note, did you hear that? I want to bring this up after you finish your thing, but keep this in mind. D'Angelo Hall is practicing again.
Yeah.
You don't look like that's a warm reception on your face.
I don't think D'Angelo Hall has anything left in his football tank. I mean, he'll try to come back, but I don't think he has anything left to like. I don't think he can play anymore. I mean, he's got too short Achilles and his knee. So
we'll see though. We'll see what he can do because all of our dudes are dropping like flies.
Good Lord, yeah.
All right. Anyway, go ahead with your kick.
My kick in well, my kick's going to go to Terrell Pryor for sucking in this game. Cut! Dude, seriously.
Can I get a big
Cut!
Cut.
Yeah, 50-50. Dropped the ball, caught the ball.
cut?
He's not 50-50. His new nickname is 33
66
66
and 2/3. 33 and a third against 66 and 2/3.
No. 33-67. Let's be a little more close.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
33-67 is his new nickname. He only catches 33% of the passes thrown his way because of the Jugs hands. Whatever
All I know, Jugs hands.
He can only catch Jugs balls. He can't catch quarterbacks balls.
That's true.
Jugs balls Pryor.
I mean, he was in for like maybe half the Redskins plays. I think I saw this morning, and Josh Doxson was in for like 80-something% of the Redskins plays. Caught he didn't have a touchdown, but he had a
whopping 3 catches for 39 yards.
Yeah, yay, it's better than Terrell freaking Pryor had.
Our leading receiver was Vernon Davis.
Feedy.
Well, no, I guess Jordan Reed no. If you go by yards, it was Vernon Davis. Jordan Reed caught those passes, like you said, in garbage time. So anyway.
So, yeah.
Okay, so that's who yours is going to. And I also want to give a collective kick in the balls award, like we mentioned earlier, to Jay Gruden.
Yep.
And Juice Gruden. Juice for the conditioning. Jay for the horrible clock management, leaving time on the clock everywhere, and then giving up with 8 minutes left in the game. He gave up.
Yeah, he gave up.
I remember when we played Dallas down 13 to nothing with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left, and then Santana Moss caught 2 touchdowns, and we went out of Dallas 14-13 victory.
I believe that
we did not give
with
up.
Joe Gibbs.
Just because Joe Gibbs does not give up until the clock says 000.
That's right.
That's what I hate, when people just give up. Just play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play like you always have a chance to win until it says 000.
Yeah.
The team didn't give up, though. They were playing hard the
They
whole
were.
way through.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same with Barf. It's kind of the same thing. I mean, he's funny. He's candid. I don't really feel like he's a great coach.
Yeah. He doesn't
I don't
have
even know if he's a good coach. He might be an okay coach.
We need to do this a little more fiery, like Minuski.
Yeah,
I
right?
think that dude's going to be a good defensive coach for us. I really do.
Probably. It's because of the facial hair, man. As soon as he started growing the facial hair, he was back in zone.
Yeah.
Back in his own, back in the zone.
Okay. All right, everybody in the peanut gallery, what do you have for your kicks? Let's see here. It looks like Rabbit Rads is giving his to Jerome Boogers. For yet another reason why Jerome Boogers wasn't even doing this game.
He wasn't. Wow.
It was Ed Hockley. But anyway, okay. Alamo City gives to DJ Swearinger, like me. Scott Buckland, our friend from the UK. Subscribe if you haven't already. Jordan Reed seems a shadow of the last few years. Yeah, he's always injured, dude.
Always.
He's
That's
injured.
why we should have traded him. We could have gotten a first or a second round pick for the guy.
I said that. People were arguing with me.
I said it too. I said it all the time. I was like, he's going to be awesome when he's not injured, and he was injured all the time. And now he's like injured and he's not quite as awesome.
Oh, dude, because we've been picking on him so much this season, I wanted to give a little shout out to Niles Paul for his one catch of 32 yards. Positive
He had a tackle
yards.
too.
Yeah, he had positive yardage in this game.
Yeah,
that's
which
moving
was-
in the right direction.
We're
Literally.
just saying something.
It's literally moving in the right direction for once.
The Niles Paul report.
All right, I guess is that everybody's kicks. No one else is giving a kick out there? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we did kind of
There you
spring this podcast on people at the last minute. Okay.
B&G Buns threw out a few injuries. Fabian Moreau, hamstring. Joshua Halsey, chest contusion.
Dude, he went out
And
early.
Scherf is getting an MRI for a possible MCL.
Dude,
so
let's
hopefully we'll
hope.
find out about that this evening.
I'm super concerned about this O-line. What about Morgan Moses? He got injured twice. Trent Williams went out
His
with 8
ankles have
minutes
been
left.
bothering him since last season.
Trent
both of them.
Williams went out with 8 minutes left.
Trent Williams, yeah. I
When
mean,
Jay Gruden quit.
yeah, Trent Williams was just he's injured. He's been injured since training camp. So, and like you said earlier, he's going to get surgery in the offseason on his knee. So,
Yeah, and John Gruden said that Jay Gruden said. John said that
That
Jay
little Juice
said,
Gruden said.
That little Juice Gruden said that they didn't think that Trent Williams was going to practice the rest of the season.
yeah, sometimes they do that.
He doesn't really need to practice because he's freaking bad
Yeah.
to the bone. Yeah, these injuries are the defensive injuries. I wish we had an actual injury report. Defensive injuries are starting to become huge. Josh Norman, we may have back for the Dallas game.
Yeah, maybe.
And of course, he was a big injury, but who else is out? The defensive line. Did we lose anyone? Of course, we said last week that
Not really.
You're my cousin Jonathan Allen.
Your cousin named after me.
No, it was like if me and you, like,
Oh, had a kid
Had
and he
sex
turned out to
and he
be
was
like
a
a 6'4"
football player.
black man.
his name would be Jonathan Allen
Yeah.
if we had a child.
We had a child.
You would be the woman in that.
What?
I'm just saying, if we somehow had a child, you would be the woman because I'm the man in this relationship.
Now, how am I supposed to fit like a 6'3" black man right here?
Dude, it's not up to me to know how. Anyway.
No, we need someone big like Josh to be that because he's got to be like big like Arnold in whatever that movie is when Arnold has a baby.
Josh is going to have the baby?
Josh might as well be. He's huge. He could probably fit a couple of those guys.
Yeah, but
up
his
in there.
his last name is Allen. And usually
Yeah.
you take the man's last name.
Well, dude, this is going to be Allen and Allen right here. I don't want to know about that.
That's even worse. Dude, your dog keeps knocking your green screen, and we keep losing.
My dog does keep knocking. My dog does keep knocking my green screen.
So we keep losing that corner if you look on the feed there.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I think we're freaking people out saying that we're gonna have a baby, and his name is Jonathan Allen, and he plays defensive end for the Redskins.
Alamo City was just like, who is Josh? Yeah, exactly, dude.
Exactly, dude. Josh is here. Josh, aren't you on here? Yes, he supposedly does do Harry Hog still. Josh, you're here, right?
Oh, man.
There he was.
Yeah. Well, crap.
Who said that, dude?
Yeah. We told Josh at the beginning of the season we were going to try to do this every Tuesday at 7. And, well, today we did it early because of me. But we're trying to be more regular when we were doing it because it seemed like, well, I don't want to get into stuff, but it seemed like we could never find a time that everyone could do. So we're like, all right, we're setting it at this time. If you can do it, join us. Anyway, what else? Is that it? Are you guys ready for the Dallas game? Who's ready? Because I'm pumped.
4:25
I'm ready
Sunday.
for this. I think we're going to be hungry to get a victory after that debacle of a loss.
I'm hungry for dinner.
So is Juice.
Dude, I'm looking at the picture of him and Ed Hockley right now. His arm is probably as big as my head.
Who, Little Juice?
Yeah, Little Juice's arm.
Little Juice Gruden. Juice and Deuce. Juice and Gruden. It should the name of this podcast. Juice and Deuce.
Juice,
Jay
Deuce,
and John.
and-
Juice
Yeah.
and Deuce. Jay and John. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up. I really don't want to harp on the loss too much. Overall, I wanted to say this. All right, I'm very disappointed in this because it shows that we're still a mediocre team that is going to be vying for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
However, I think if our dudes were not injured, we'd be seeing a lot more improvement over last year at this point.
Yeah.
I think we would have been a lot more competitive in that game. That said, the Eagles had a lot of injuries too. So,
Yeah, Jason Peters. That didn't look good.
yeah, that did not look good. But I mean, I think we're moving in the right direction as far as the defense is concerned. Personally, compared to last year,
Yeah. Yeah. It's things are looking better. We need a receiving core to step up though.
oh, I wanted to also give a little mini shout out to Matt Ioannidis. There was one play, dude, where he just blew it up. He just bull rushed his dude like right back into the pocket, and it was amazing. And apparently, I haven't really noticed him that much, but I've heard multiple people talking about his play and saying that he's
in
been
there.
doing
And people
that.
are like, dude, this guy's doing pretty well.
Yeah. So anyway, one more shot of the shirt to get you guys pumped up.
Yeah, buddy.
Keep calm and beat Dallas, dude, because that's what we're going to do. I say if Ezekiel Elliott doesn't want to serve his suspension for beating a woman, is that what he did?
I have no idea.
It was something like that. Well, anyway,
Maybe.
I say we make him wish he had have taken his suspension. We just need to, like, crush him in this game.
Yeah.
Swearinger,
Hope
get going
so.
on that.
I hope so. Sunday 4:25.
Oh,
Probably
man, it's
Fox's
another-
game of the week.
Why can't we have a 1 o'clock game ever? It's in Washington. It's at 4:25.
Yeah.
We going?
Nope.
We thought about it.
We did think about it.
All right, dudes. Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this week's podcast, episode number 400. I think it's 36.
36.
We'll talk to you guys next week after the Redskins beat Dallas. We're going to probably come at you Tuesday around 7 o'clock unless something happens, and then we'll be there. Make sure you guys join us on Yo, What's Up, Texas Core Man 100. Thanks for joining the chat.
And,
Dudes-
Dallas is spelled with 2 S's.
Yeah, we're going to. Dude, I'm running out of music time and
I know.
losing my thought. Let me replay it. Let's do this again. Because why not? I think that about wraps it up. Okay. Yeah, so make sure you join us on the podcast next week on YouTube. In the chat, people are starting to get in there. And subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Our podcast will also be up in all the normal channels for the last 430 some episodes.
Check out our longtime benevolent sponsor on Twitter, Desmond C. Lee 2.
And you can tweet at us at Harry Hog. Send us email to Aaron or John at harryhogfootball.com. That's John with an H.
That's right.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins, and if you see a Cowboys fan,
You know what to do.
joke 'em. Go!